lion. My time, here I go. I am not moving in silence. If it ain't moving, move it. We make it.
But seems like only yesterday we were here for Super Bowl 52, and now back for the road to the Super Bowl here in the Twin Cities at U.S. Bank Stadium. Coming up, it's a battle to represent the NFC in this year's Super Bowl, and we've got a classic in store between the Atlanta Falcons and the Minnesota Vikings. For the right to head down to New Orleans for Super Bowl 58, it's NFC Championship time. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. Now a play fake here on first down. This will go to Henry out wide. So the completion good for 7 there, and that'll bring up second down. A good safe pass there right off the bat.
That's almost a rhythm play. That's what we like to call it. Get them into rhythm early, something safe, something they're confident about, something they feel good. And once that's completed, then you just keep moving from there because the confidence elevates.
Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete. They were trying to liven up this playoff game very early on. Pretty deep throw, but good coverage.
I think they were counting on the defenders being a little tight, a little over-anxious early, and trying to catch them flat-footed and get a big play.
And he's just going to be short here, barely, maybe by a half a foot. That'll be 4th and inches. They'll run forward with Pollard. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. The 4th down run successful. Now they'll look to pay it off on first down. They'll drop the throw. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there. Force the ball free, and it's second down. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And that's going to be too high, out of bounds and incomplete. Not the warmest starts throwing the football. He was 1 for 3, now 1 for 4 on the opening drive.
So getting him comfortable is the key. And for him, it might be different than what we think is comfortable. We're probably thinking swing passes, easy checkdowns. Some guys, they're better off throwing it downfield. That's what really loosens them up.
The 7th play now of this opening drive. This is 3rd and long, though. He'll look to throw. Looking there for Pitts, but intercepted. Picked off by Harrison Smith. And the Vikings are going to take possession of the football. And certainly, look, you're on the road in the playoffs. That is a suboptimal start, opening drive INT.
And, partner, sometimes I wonder, do these teams talk about it to such an extent that maybe you almost talk yourself into the turnover when you're trying to avoid it?
Yeah, maybe they get a little too worried about keeping the football, and then you give it to the other team right off the bat. And, look, we said it, on the road, this is just a terrible, terrible start for them.
It is, and now they've got to rely on their defense.
On 2nd and 9, Mayfield eluding the pressure right. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down.
I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing a throw. Now they've got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the first down, and don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs again. On
third and short. They'll try option left. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. Running with Elliott. And he'll be touched out here, but not before he does pick up the first. They only needed a few inches, and they didn't get much more than that, but by about the width of a shoelace, they convert on fourth down. They go play action. Mayfield. Throwing right, and that's complete.
And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line.
I thought once he got out of the pocket, he was looking further downfield. Instead, he brings his sight lines back to a shorter route, settles on his receiver running the drag left to right, and they wind up not getting a whole lot out of that one.
Ball at the 23, second and 8.
Up the middle, here's Elliott. And not much, maybe a yard down to the 23.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough and run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7.
Now the first carry for Darrington Evans.
And he's going to get this to about the 20, but that is well short of what he needed. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a fourth down. And his kick is right there. It's good. And the Vikings have a 3-0 lead.
So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
This will be returned from deep in the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks. The clock running here, under a minute to go now in the first quarter of a 3-0 game. They'll look to throw now on first down. And this is incomplete.
No surprise at all. They're looking for the big man early in this one. The only surprise for them, he couldn't hang on to the pass.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. Back to throw. And he can't hang on to it, and the screen never got started.
A lot of teams love to throw screen passes. They want to tire out defenses because they make them run a lot. But there are a lot of moving parts on a play for an offense when they call that one. Because you got the linemen that have to move. You have the wide receivers have to get out and vacate. You got the running back that's got to make a little fake and then get out into the route. And, of course, the quarterback, he's got to hold in there and know he's probably going to take a big hit before it lofts the screen off to the back. Why didn't he catch it? That's all he needed to do for them to be successful.
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete.
Every offense tells you they want to come out and start fast. That's not unusual at all. But this group, they've yet to get much rolling through their first 2 drives. It looks like they have to give up the football again after this one.
A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And the Vikings will be backed up deep to begin their drive as they take over 1st and 10. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back at the 2. On 2nd down, Elliott. And he'll get him a little bit of breathing room across the 5 to the 6-yard line.
Tall task ahead of him here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get to 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
The punt team on now is from their end zone. They get it away. A big boot that time, 57 yards the official distance. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. They'll look to throw. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A 1st down carry for Henry. And down to the 44, 5 yards that time. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. They'll look to throw here.
This is Chase Claypool on the receiving end.
And this is going to turn into another 1st down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 33. 11 yards there as they connect on the quick slant. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll set up a throw. They set up the screen for Henry.
And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line.
2nd and 6.
Swinging this out for Pollard.
A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
On 3rd down, they're going to go with the option.
And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown.
Desmond Ridder,
29 yards.
And the Falcons have taken the lead here in this NFC Championship game.
Extra point by Koo, up and good. And that makes it a 7-3 lead.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
On the option, here's Elliott.
And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. The offense on 3rd down tonight, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 4. Williams, a man in motion right. They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. So after a good run by Zeke, another 1st and 10.
From the gun, he'll hand this off.
And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. The defense was ready for the run-pass option, diagnosed it perfectly.
Not only did they stack him up at the point of attack, but he was met by a host of light-colored jerseys.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. They'll try to throw here. Mayfield. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
On 3rd down, Mayfield. He's airing it out for Williams. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. They'll run here with Evans. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. 2nd and goal from inside the 5. And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2.
I know it was a game, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of a play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the backfield. You're expecting him to be able to create something, be a little more shifty.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Good open field tackling held it to an okay game.
And they'll go jet sweep to try to pick it up. And Williams is going to be stopped short of the yellow line. He did not get there. And they'll run for it with Evans. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Minnesota.
Darrington Evans
taking it in from 2 yards out.
And the Vikings will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half.
No problem there on the extra point. And the lead is now 10-7. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away.
A fairly short kick from the 14. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line.
And with them trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together and maybe get into field goal range.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive.
They'll get this complete to Kadarius Toney.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive. He'll look to throw.
Open man is Kyle Pitts, his tight end.
The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. Back to throw now on first down. And that is incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Running from the gun with Henry. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout.
Koo knocks this one through the post.
And that will do it for this first half. So we've reached halftime here in the NFC Championship. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back now alongside Charles Davis on Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Hallis Trophy still hangs in the balance as the second half now underway in the NFC Championship game.
It is fielded right at the goal line. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And, CD, we are in for a very intriguing second half. This is what we wanted, all tied. This is what postseason football is all about.
It certainly is, and doesn't it speak to the parity in the NFL? Roughly half the teams that made the playoffs a year before miss the next year, get replaced. We know it's an any given Sunday mentality. Nothing's easy in the playoffs, but when you have your shot, they're eager to seize it.
And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage.
10th carry now for Elliott. And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches. Fourth down, Mayfield rolling to his right. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out, and the Falcons will take control of the football in great field position. They'll try and get the run game going. This is Henry. Shoves him aside.
And he's able to work his way down inside the red zone to the 19-yard line. 44 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20.
Now a shotgun handoff to Pollard. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. Sets him up nicely. 1st and goal. It was a pickup of 14.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at them and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all. Challenging that defense, and on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. 1st down, and it's Pollard again. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2.
And Brandon, they went to a nickel defense, and that's a surprise this close to the goal line, because ordinarily you use the back end of the end zone, the sidelines as extra defenders, and you want bigger people on the field to try and help against the run.
Henry is not going to get back to the line of scrimmage as they'll tackle him at the 3. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
And now 3rd up the loss on second down, that just means this crowd's going to get even louder, and they'll get a little bit of extra help from the defenders as they exhort them to join them in the effort.
Third and goal here, a big play brewing in this NFC title game. Pollard.
And he pushed forward, but I don't think it's enough. He's going to be about a yard short. He needed 3. He got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard. Offensively, not what they wanted there, but hey, you can kick the field goal here and take the lead.
Felt like a little bit of a statement stop, didn't it? You know, made a big play right there. Okay, guess what? Ball's in your court, guys. What are you going to do? Myself, I kick the field goal, get the 3, and take the lead.
So, CD, maybe put a pin in that one as this game progresses. It's a field goal that gets them the lead here in the third, but boy, you hate settling for 3 when you're that close to the goal line.
Well, it certainly pains me to say it, but I do think it was the right call. Now, if they lose, you and I both know that'd be one of the things that gets second-guessed. Why didn't you go for it on 4th and goal? But I know the mindset was take the points, get the lead. And by the way, if they went for it and got stuffed, they'd second-guess that too.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They're coming off a 4th down gamble that last drive that backfired, CD, but really not as badly as it could. Their defense held up and only gave up 3 points.
And what they wanted to do is play off the momentum the defense gave them. Only giving up the 3 points in that situation after they failed on 4th down. Now they want to make it pay off. They want to pay homage to the defense and have their own drive pay off the points for themselves.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
Straight ahead, it's Evans.
And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. They'll try and run for this with Evans.
And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. On 4th down, they'll try and run for it. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on 4th. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Play action now. Here's Mayfield. He's airing it out for Williams.
Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked up by Richie Grant.
And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. They got the ball now following a big play, keeping the other guys out of the end zone. Now they'll start deep in their own territory, 1st and 10.
And now the drive starts with a completion out to the right. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to him. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down. A shotgun handoff to Henry. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line.
53 yards rushing for him now to this point. Second down, they go again with Henry.
1 quarter remains until the NFC crowns its champion. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They're going to look to throw.
Able to hit his target, Claypool.
They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it's 2nd down. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. They bring a man off the corner that time, and he gets home for a loss of 6.
Oh, my goodness. Was that a defensive back that got to him with the pressure?
Oh, look at the former defensive back. You're all smiles up here.
I hope everybody can hear my smile on that play.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. Looking deep downfield. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
One thing that offensive guys stress when they throw the deep ball, you're just counting on your receiver to find it, adjust before the defensive back can get his head around. In this case, though, the DB matched it move for move and knocked it away.
The Falcons send out their punter as he'll kick it away for the second time. Landry now on the return.
So a 56-yard punt. They'll net 41 after the 15-yard return.
And the Vikings will take over here, 1st and 10. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they are in need of points here, no doubt about that. With a Super Bowl berth on the line and trailing here in the 4th quarter, this possession, gigantic. They start the drive with Evans. And he'll get about 6 up to the 27-yard line. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. They stay on the ground, but this time it's Elliott. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This will be 3rd and 6. Mayfield down. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. That one goes for 8 yards.
If they get a game-changing score on this drive, it's going to be because of plays like that. That run was pure heart. Took it himself, found a way to reset the downs, and advance the ball.
A first down carry by Elliott. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
But Charles, they're trying to protect this lead late. Those are the types of mistakes they could afford to go without.
About the last thing you want to give them is help in completing a comeback, which is exactly what that penalty does.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. And he'll be pulled down, and now a late flag will come with it. And that's in the area of a face mask, I think.
Well, certainly those are the types of mistakes they're trying to avoid as they attempt to protect this lead late in the game.
And let's face it, they're hoping that this one doesn't cost them in a significant way. Yeah, one guy committed a penalty, but now the entire defense has to pay the price and try and rise up and overcome it.
After the penalty, it's Elliott. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
And that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Another carry tonight for the workhorse Elliott. Down to the 25. 5 yards on first down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on 2nd.
Well, you know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play.
And they'll try and run the option to pick it up.
And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. Now we've got movement up front, and I think this is going to be on Minnesota. Expect this from the visiting team when playing indoors, but not the home team.
They're supposed to get all the advantages, right? The home crowd's supposed to help them. They forgot where they were, perhaps.
And his kick is indeed good. And in the fourth quarter, this game is tied. Now, we knew this had the potential to be a tight game, but with less than 3 minutes to play, couldn't be any tighter. We're all tied.
All locked up, right? And this next drive's going to tell us everything we need to know about this game, because I want to see how they come out with the football. Are they going to be aggressive and attack downfield? You still got the 2-minute warning to come up. Or are they going to be conservative and try and hold on and maybe just get to overtime?
Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And this one likely on the short list for Game of the Year candidates, and boy, did it come in a good one here in the playoffs. All tied in the fourth with a berth to the Super Bowl on the line. Buckle up, everybody.
Flushed out right.
Throw left side, complete to Tony. And he's going to be taken down. Plus, there's a penalty flag in the backfield. They may get 15 more on top of this.
So now a fresh set of downs. 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. After the penalty, it's Henry. And he's going to bull his way forward to the 48.
62 yards on the ground for him so far.
But no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports.
2nd down and 3.
They'll drop to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down.
Ritter and the Falcons need an answer, and a big play here on 3rd and long following the sack.
And flags come flying in. One of the Falcons moved early. Every penalty so critical at this stage of the game as now they've got it 3rd and long. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, the defense certainly did its job. They held up in that situation, and now 4th down. You've got to punt this and try to get to overtime. There's no decision to be made in my estimation.
Now Landry. Now when it's said and done, it's a 58-yard punt.
And it will be Vikings ball, 1st and 10.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway.
Well, partner, here it is. They've got the chance to win the game. You'd have to think they need to get it near the opposite 40 to have a chance to kick a game-winning field goal. We'll see what they can do.
And you're right about that, because if we look at it in macro, that's what it looks like. But I think in micro, the head coach has already asked the special teams coach, what is he feeling? What does he think? Where does he want the football? What's the yard line we have to get? And he's already relayed that to his quarterback and his offense. They know the goal is. Now the key, can they get there? And partner, in a tie game in the 4th quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars. And he came through with a nice catch right there.
Up the middle, here's Elliott. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts, as it comes with exactly a minute to go in the football game.
Not a huge carry there on first down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on second down.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. They'll run out of the gun with Evans. And he'll get it down here to the 43. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
Hey, check that, street.
Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. And a very determined run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 27. Good effort.
Falcons going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the 4th.
Come on. Lightning, 18.
They'll run on first down with Evans. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game.
Now that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3. They'll try and run for it with Evans. And he appears to be about 2 feet short on 3rd and 3. Leaves him with a 4th and 1.
Got a quick flash about being in their huddle. Whatever the play call was, it was tagged with these words. Make sure you stay in the middle of the field. That's where we want to be.
He did just that. Now the timeout will be called, so they're in field goal range with 3 seconds left. So now this one's going to rest on the foot of their 2nd-year kicker. This for a trip to the Super Bowl. And the kick is good. He got it. And with that, they are off to the Super Bowl.
And the Vikings are going to the Super Bowl as we sign off here and say goodnight, everybody.
Come with your goons, I'm bringing my game. All of that talking just sound like a show. I'm just letting you know that I'm not in